Hi guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Shantika, and I'm actually doing a series, a college series, because it's back to school time. There are a lot of people that are going back to school. Now this video is not just for graduating seniors. This video is also for anybody, young, old, young at heart, whoever, no matter what age you are. If you are interested in going back to school, I have some great information that I wanted to share with you all, and just a little bit of advice that will help you get back to school or begin school for the first time. Okay, so let's start with first things first. For my high school seniors, you need to make sure before you start January. We all know that school starts between August or September, depending on what state you're in. You need to get all of your college applications in at least by the end of the year, the beginning of the year. You need to get your SAT, ACT scores in. You need to have those exams taken and have everything in a row, because the last thing you want to do is get caught doing stuff at the very, very, very last minute. Now I know for a fact a lot of the standardized testing is scheduled, and so once you find out the schedule, you need to be hitting the books and you need to be studying, because that number that you get, that score, that test score, will determine what kind of classes you will be enrolling in. If you do poorly, you'll either not get into the school of your choice. If you do get into the school of your choice, you will be stuck in remedial classes, because they feel, the school will feel as if you are not fully prepared to be in a regular classroom. And so you will be wasting time and money taking a remedial course because you did not study for your ACT or SAT exams. I know from experience, I did not study. I did very well in the science, language arts, reading, and all of that. I did poorly in math, and I ended up taking a lot of remedial classes and wasting a lot of time. And so don't be like me. Don't make the mistake that I made. I made studying for your stuff. Now, for me personally, I am finishing up my junior year at the University of Phoenix. I am a fully online student right now because I am a wife and a mother. And so I'm not as young as you guys, clearly, but I desired to get a college degree. And so I've actually attended on-site schools, even though I am currently enrolled in a fully online institution. Actually, it's not fully online. We do have several campuses in the Florida area, but you do have the option of going to school online if you so choose. That is another decision that you could make on your own too. Now, if your parents don't want you to do fully online, that's between you and them, but once you turn 18, you can pretty much do what you want. Now, for colleges, I really do highly recommend that you research these schools before you attend them. There are a lot of schools that are really, really great on paper, and they suck in person. There are a lot of schools that are wrapped up in a lot of scandals, a lot of issues with different things. You want to know these things. We are in the information age. Do your research. Find out what the school is all about. Find out if there's any dark skeletons, because you don't want to be stuck at a school, and you get into some kind of trouble and you're forced to either drop out or transfer. And so it's best to find out everything that you need to know about your school before you attend. Alright? Also, scholarships, financial aid. You need to apply for as many things that you think you qualify for, because let me tell you, school is expensive and the price goes up every single year. Scholarships, student loans, apply for it all. If you need it, cool. If you don't need it, you can either have the option to send the money back, or if you're not working, you can use those funds. If they do release some of the funds to you, you can use them for any type of expenses. school-related expenses or personal expenses that you need. Okay? But apply for as many scholarships. I just applied for a scholarship a couple of months ago, and so it doesn't matter whether you're enrolled in school right now or whether you're going to be enrolled. Apply for as many scholarships as you think you may qualify for. Also, if you want to get a part-time job, make sure that that part-time job is something that you can actually do in conjunction with going to school. Don't pick something that's going to have you working all times of the day and night and then you can't get up for class. You know, also you're going to have the freedom of choice to choose when you go to school, when you go to class. You have a schedule. And so if you are not a morning person, please do not pick a 7 a.m. class. If you like to hang out all night long, do not pick a 7 a.m. class. You either will not get to class on time, won't show up at all, or you'll be extra late. And one thing about teachers, sorry, my nose is itching, I don't know why. One thing about instructors, there are some instructors who are just mean. They will lock that door on your behind and you will not get in the door. Some teachers, they just find it highly disrespectful to show up in their class late. So if you're not a morning person, you need to make sure you schedule all of your classes for 12 noon or later. You know, they have afternoon classes and evening classes. Make sure you schedule those classes when you know you will be the most alert and ready to learn. Also, before you start class, please make sure you read the syllabus. Read the syllabus. Find out if there's anything that you need to do before the first day of class. Now, I'm emphasizing before you get to class. There are some teachers, and I'm saying this again, high school is completely different from college. You will not have on the first day of class a whole lot of pleasantries. Hello, my name is so-and-so and so-and-so and so. This is introduce yourself to the class, all of that jazz and jigamaroo, all of that. No, you're going to have a lot of teachers that are going to get right into the lesson. You need to be prepared, because if they call on you and say, Susie, can you tell the class what the introduction to economics is? And you looking like, I don't know. Don't do that. You need to make sure you read. Find out if there is a reading, if you're required to read anything before class, because the first thing you don't want is to be called on or to have the teacher just throw out a question and everybody's just sitting there with a blank stare on their face. Also, find out what the dorms are like. I know there are some colleges and universities that require freshmen to stay on campus for the first year. And so what you need to do is find out what those dormitories look like. Now, I know for a fact that they have like two different kinds of dormitories. You will either have a regular college dorm that houses either one person if you pay extra. There are some situations where you can pay a little bit extra and get your own room. And there are some other situations where you'll have one roommate in just one room. Find out what that situation is like so you know what to bring. There are also colleges that have something called suites, where there's a huge room and that is separated into 3 or 4 bedrooms. You'll have a kitchen area, optional, maybe not, or you'll have a common living room area with a couch or whatever. But there will be some separate bedrooms and probably a bathroom that you guys all share. You need to find out these things so that you know what to pack. Do not pack up your entire bedroom at home thinking that you're just going to go away and never come back. No, you're not. You're not going to be able to fit all that stuff. And you don't want to end up having to pay for storage or having to ask your parents to come back and get your stuff because it didn't all fit in your room. So make sure you find out ahead of time what your living situation is going to be like so that you'll know. Plus, go on social media because, you know, even though I don't care about none of this stuff, but I'm sure you would care. They have the dormitory that's the livest dormitory. Dormitory A is the livest dormitory. Dormitory B is the lame dormitory. Dormitory C got all the holes in it. Those are some things you probably would like to know, so you don't get stuck in the dormitory that's the whole dormitory. You know what I'm saying? From an adult to a college student, it is that petty. I'm in my 30s, so I don't care, but y'all, 18, 19, 20, you care. You care about that type of stuff. Go on social media, find out what the live is doing. If that's where you want to stay, be my guest. Do your research. Do your research before you go, so that you're fully aware of every single thing that you need to do. Get your school supplies, get everything in a row. Just make a schedule of all of the things that you need to do. You need to schedule in fun. You need to schedule in your schoolwork, because you don't want to go up there going buck wild thinking, wee, I'm just going to have the time of my life, and you end up failing out of school. Now, if you have some really great parents that are paying out of pocket, people, have headaches over how they're going to get their kids through college, and how a lot of parents that are busting their behinds trying to fund your education. So if that is one of your situations, if that's the case for you, do not go up there acting like no damn fool, going buck wild, not going to class, and going to every other party twice in a week or whatever the case may be, because you're wasting somebody's money. You're pretty much taking up space for somebody else who really wanted to go to school and couldn't. So if you're not going to take school seriously, then it's just best for you to just take a year off, work, have as much fun, or do whatever it is that you want to do, and then go to school if you feel like you're not going to take this whole situation seriously. And so I think I've covered every single thing in the first, little bit of going to school, starting off as a brand new freshman. You have options, and you guys have a little bit more of an advantage than, say, I did, because social media wasn't popping 15 years ago. When I graduated 15 years ago, and so we didn't have any social media. We didn't have all of the information that's out there right now that you can go and do all of your research and everything. And so you guys have the internet. The internet is pretty much wide open for you to get on there, do the research, find out what you need to find out, and there's really no surprises there. So my advice to you is just do your research, get all of your ducks in a row, and just be prepared. So if you have any questions, comments, especially questions, leave them down below. I will answer all questions. If you don't want to ask a question, I'll leave my email address so you can email me, and I will email you back in a timely manner. So I'll talk to you guys in the next vlog. Bye.